Okay, so today we're going to cover section 4, and here it says that we're going to be multiplying binomials mentally. So we've already learned how to find the product of two binomials. In the previous lesson we learned, or in the lesson prior to this, we learned we could just apply distributive property. And basically when we're using the little acronym FOIL that they're mentioning here, we're really just doing distributive property. Now, this lesson is going to lead us into how we're going to factor. So when we factor, our answers are going to turn into binomials when we factor trinomials. So in order to check the answer you think is correct for the factored trinomial, you're going to have to FOIL or multiply your binomials. So being able to do these mentally is going to be really beneficial. So let's try our first example here. And I'm going to move it over to the side. But we have 2x plus 5, and I know they have it there, but I'm just going to show you what they're doing here. So 2x plus 5 and 3x minus 4. So I'm going to use my acronym FOIL in order to multiply this. So I'm going to take the two first terms in each of the binomials. This represents the F in the word FOIL. So when I multiply 2x times 3x, 2 times 3 is 6, and then x to the first times x to the first gives me x squared. The next terms that I'm going to multiply are the two outside terms. So the two ones on the beginning and the end. So 2x times negative 4 gives me negative 8x. So this is the outer term. This was the first terms. Then I'm going to do the two inside or the two inner terms. That's the I in the word FOIL. So positive 5 times positive 3 gives me positive 15x. And then finally, I'll do the two last numbers in each binomial, and I get negative 20. So that is last. The green was inside. So now I can group always my outer and my inner. There will always be like terms. In some cases, they may cancel out. So, but in this case, I need to add, or in this case, subtract negative 8 and 15. So negative 8 plus 15 gives me 7x. My first term here stays the same. And then the last term also stays the same. So again, all we're doing is multiplying the two binomials. We can use the acronym FOIL, or you can just apply distributive property. Now, in the little box here, it's got what the acronym FOIL stands for. So it says to write the product of two binomials as a trinomial, we're going to multiply the first terms, so that's the F. Then we're going to multiply the first term of each binomial by the last term of the other. So these are the outer and the inner, and then multiply the last terms. So we're going to apply, again, FOIL. Let's look at another example here. So here, this is just some vocabulary. So the very first term, the x squared term, is called the quadratic term. Then the next term with just the x is called the linear term. And the whole thing together is called a quadratic polynomial. The very last number is called the constant. So the negative 20 is the constant. Let me try another example from the oral exercises just to demonstrate this. So, for example, if I do number 1, it's x plus 1 times x plus 3. Again, I'm going to do first, and that gives me x squared. Outside gives me 3x. The inside or the inner gives me 1x. And then finally, the last of each one gives me 3. I can group the middle terms, they're like, and then my final answer here is x squared plus 4x plus 3. The answers are going to turn into trinomials. Let me try one with some coefficients, and then I'll let you guys go ahead and start. Let's look at though number 6, where the variables are last. So 7 minus k, and then 4 minus k. Again, I'm still applying FOIL. So first, this time I get the constant listed first, then the 2 outside terms, for the outer, and I'm going to take this as a negative k, so negative 7k, then the 2 inside terms, negative 4k, and then finally the 2 last. Negative k times negative k gives me positive k squared. Again, you'll be able to group the middle, so 28 minus 11k plus k squared. So we would write it like this. We're going to get into the habit of rearranging it and put it in order from greatest to least and put the k squared first. But right now, just practicing this, we're not going to worry about the order at the moment. Any questions on this? So we've done this. We took a test on multiplying, but now we're just going to learn how to do them really quickly and just use the acronym FOIL. Is 2 through 36 even? So pretty quick multiplication problems. Again, you're foiling. You should be able to group the 2 middle terms and turn all of the answers into trinomials. Your homework.